What's good, man? It's OG Trip, man. This is a channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. Today, y'all, we're going to talk deep, man, because we got to talk about it. Now, when we talk about criticism, y'all, this junk runs deep because you may look at it like, yo, what fear of criticism, what I got to do with spirituality? It got a lot to do with spirituality. Not only that, it has a lot to do with a lot of things in life. For instance, the things that we have to go through in life and things that we're learning right now is experience for us. Whether the experience is good or whether the experience is bad is the way that we take it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you got to remember that. So it done been things and things that we want to do and can't experience because some people have criticism, like a fear of criticism. They don't want people to talk about, oh, yo, why you making this decision? That's dumb. Da, 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 da. They don't want to hear what people dislike about it. But let me tell you a quick secret real quick. At the end of the day, it don't matter if you did everything somebody wanted you to do, every single way they want it. It's like it's impossible to get done. Someone gonna always have something bad to say. Even if you did it the way that they told you to do, they still might have something bad to say. So at the end of the day, you gotta remember, people gonna talk regardless. So like we say here, a hater gonna hate. So at the end of the day, you gotta understand, when it comes down to criticism, it's run deep because you could be like how I say all this spiritual, right? You put something spiritual up and it's not necessarily religion. It's like basically downside in religion but uplifting spirituality. People that think and that was thinking about something, they'll look right at your post and keep going and don't want to comment down below, don't want to like your post or something like that. Just say for instance it's on Facebook or something, because they're scared of the people that, like, how people gonna look at them, like, oh, you believing in that bull junk they be talking, you know, and stuff like that, bro. So it goes so deep that today, if you look at it, it's social media. Everyone is being seen by the world, right? And everyone at the same time is scared to be seen ugly to the world's eye. But at the end of the day, you got to know how to look at life like it is. Like, you can't worry about how they looking at you. You can't worry about what a person got to say. You got to do what you got to do for you. So at the end of the day, even spiritually, say if you was thinking about leaving your religion or leaving the church that you was in and things like that, bro, you can't be scared that these people going to talk about you. Oh, you left the church. They da-da-da. You can't be scared of that, man. That's criticism. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, somebody going to always have something bad to say, whether you see it or not. So at the end of the day, we can't let that hold us back. So even when it comes to the fact of trying to hire yourself into certain things, you like, you know what I'm saying? Especially like being from the hood, bro. Being from the hood, you can't say things like, yo, I want to go try to be a professor or a judge or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, man. People gonna be looking at you like, bro, you just saying something. Like, what movie you done looked at and stuff like that. It's because it's about like looking at a person for what they already about to, you know what I'm saying, what is already being brought to you. So when you come out, it's like kind of confusing, y'all. Let me try to break that down real quick. It's like when you come from the hood and you have a hood mentality and you know you got your stuff together, you know what you're doing and stuff, but it just, you know sometimes you do stuff a little ghetto and stuff, so you feel like maybe people criticize you, maybe they see in the way that you move and are probably like, oh yeah, he don't fit in this area. So you know how you get that natural, you just walk to a certain area where you seem like you don't belong type of stuff, like that type of criticism. I done went to a place, it seemed like, bro, I swear it seemed like, I'm not trying to be funny, y'all know I ain't racist, but it seemed like I was the only black in there and everybody was staring at me. The only thing I did was just looked at them. And I looked, and I'm like, you know, most people would think they saying something negative in their head. I say, look, these people looking at me like they seen God. You know what I mean? Like, you got to take it a different way sometimes. You got to laugh at the haters. You can't let them see what's going on with you. Not even into yourself. Like I told you, you can't be scared. Oh, let me read this and that. Oh, no, man, I did want to talk about that with what's the name, but everybody going to be judging me. Man, you know, it can happen in plenty of ways. So at the end of the day, man, criticism runs deep to the fact that you will see why your family and friends don't really support you. Put something up there. Put something right now, and don't let it be nothing about no drama. Of course, they coming in, because, you know, everybody in the world want to be a piece of that for some reason. But when it comes down to something like hiring yourself, trying to better yourself, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that, bro. You know what I mean? So, like, to a fact, it's like, they'll look at it like it's a way of being misplaced. And that's where criticism comes from. You know what I mean? When people feel like they something out of place. So when it coming down to a spiritual sense, it's going to be always something out of place if you are going according to what your body has been doing for multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So it gives you a natural fear. So you got to understand, we already got things that we battling, like I say every day. We got these 6 basic fears, and one of them is being fear of criticism. Like I was saying, people always judge in the way that you do things, and they don't quite understand how you got it done and none of that. They just want to talk. And a lot of people let that get to them, to the fact that they start living their life in a way it's like they're in a mental hell and they trying to watch every footstep they do because they don't want people to talk about them. So y'all, if y'all wanted to know why it was important, that is very important, because nowadays we feel like people are supportive of us and stuff like that, but yet they fear criticism. Like, you're not no real supportive of me. You know what I mean? You need to accept me for where I am. Y'all see where I'm at, right? I'm in the hood. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm showing you this because to show you that I don't have fear of criticism. You can say what you want and be like, oh, it's just another hood guy grabbing this, that. I'm going to just laugh at it. You know what I mean? Because it don't affect me in that way. I don't let it. As long as you don't let it, it won't get to you. Like my mom used to tell me, man, as long as you don't wear the shoe, it won't fit. You know what I'm saying? Stop wearing the shoe that fit. Like, you making a shoe fit when someone talking about something and you like, oh, why y'all talking about me? You know, if y'all don't understand, that's what that's basically talking about. But, man, I just like to talk about this stuff because, see, these things may sound simple, it may sound like common sense to some people, but y'all don't understand the spirit thing behind it. And this is when we start getting more deep onto things like this, and even talking about relationships and how they work and connect, and why men act like this, why women act like this, when, you know, it's just to teach us and show us like the anatomy of things, showing us that, like, yo, look at how you respond to things, but look how you should do things. You know what I mean? Just like I was telling you, like, we gonna respond to people talking about you. Like, you can't help but like to be like, damn, they talking about me. But at the same time, you gotta help the way that you inflect on it. You gotta make it like, yo, they ain't talking about me, they tripping, or like they don't even count anyway. So you know how you look at, say if you say something spiritual to another spiritual partner, another soul group member, and somebody from, like, you know, that's washed up, you just been said something crazy, and y'all both just look like, all right, let's keep talking about what we talking about. You feel me? It's the same sense of that's how you got to look at everything else. You got to look at it like, yo, what do your word mean? Your word ain't nothing to me. Like, long as I don't let it affect me, I won't, you know what I'm saying? I won't be affected by it. So at the end of the day, y'all, it was a lot of stuttering to get through and stuff. But I did do this video like 3 times, bro. But I don't know what's wrong with this little iPhone, with the fake behind iPhone or whatever y'all got going on. But it seemed like y'all already know how these people be. It's like every time I recorded, it just kept closing, The camera just shut off randomly. I did this video like 3 times. One of them was like 11 minutes. Got to like the 11-minute mark and it literally just shut off. It wasn't saved, wasn't recorded, no, none of that. So at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, let me make sure I push this video out there because it's someone that need it. And they going through something right now where this fear is being held over their head so much that they can't even make a move out of their life. They always worried about what someone else got to say about the moves they making. Yo, listen. Like, you know how only God can judge me? Y'all got to take that to a sense somewhere. And we got to use it at least in that sense. Like, you be the God, you be the creator, and you be the one that all knowing truth. You the only one that know the whole truth and nothing but the truth about yourself. You know what I mean? You know if you was just right there 10 seconds ago. They might not. You know if you were just hurt 20 minutes ago. They might not, but you know it. So at the end of the day, as long as you keep that protection, and at the same time, don't let it feel like, you know, don't let it get to a point where you feel like you're delusional because you're not taking hit to the criticism. It's a difference when you look at your own self and see where you can work on, and then to the looking at others and seeing how they want to control and malfunction your life according to what everyone else expect. So we got to remember that. So criticism come with what expected. You know what I mean? It's like the opposite of that. It's like, oh, you're not going into the agenda. What is wrong with you? You outside of it. Come here, let us talk to you. And you can't let it get under your skin, man. You can't let it get to you, man. So at the end of the day, if you one of those spiritual people and you be doing your thug dizzle on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and you just be posting even around people, and then you got certain family members. Dog, hold on, let me get to this. Because you got certain family members, right? Not just talking about social media, but in person too, where they'll be talking to you, have a whole conversation on the phone with you. You could be talking your stuff. And then as soon as other family members come around, it's like everything you were talking to them about, they switch it. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, Lord, I don't want to be caught talking to this person about that. That's like another form of criticism, y'all. It go far. Because you might be looking at it like, yo, it's just criticism. Like, words really hurt. Bump all that junk they talking in school, talking about something. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt. How we got into it in the first place? It had to be some words exchanged because a lot of times it ain't just by no look. These people out here doing this too much. You know what I mean? And that's why I said at the end of the day, people going to do that regardless. So you got to do what you got to do for you. And tee up, you know what I'm saying? Long as you get the experience parts in life that you wanted to, whether it was bad or good for you, you're going to learn a lesson and be able to grow spiritually from it. So you got to remember at the end of the day, as a spirit, you need to experience everything that's created on this earth because you are the creator. And man, and I'm out, man. OG Drill.